Hello YouTube, Hertz ML Legend, a series that is best of the best from the Hertz. Now this is a set that we asked from our fans what kind of three-way active set we will be installing on our new demo build, and this was the set that we bought. Now disclaimer here, this is not a sponsored video. These are actually the most expensive mid-range speakers I have ever bought, and I am very happy about them. Now what this Hertz ML700.3 is and what it has inside here, let's find out. I will be making a video of all of these individually and with a video about we listening them into our car, and currently we are in the test phase, so actually not everything is in here because some of it is installed into the car, but hey, let's just check it out. Actually here is 3D printed part, I will be explaining them later on. Here is the grill. It has a cast aluminium grill and a very tiny speaker here. Now here is the mid-range speaker. It is 700 as in 70mm in diameter, 3 inches. It is a legend in its name, so it must be good, and it actually it sounds really good. But the speaker itself has many innovative stuff that I will be explaining here. First of all, with a cast aluminium shield covering coming up here. Now if you are a really pure SQ type of guy competing in Emma or something like that, probably these sharp edges here is a reason to keep them off. Now it is a beautiful driver even without these grills, but I like them because the tweeter has also the grills on it, and the mid-range speakers also have the grills, so I will be installed these every speakers with a grill. Now the speaker is very tiny. It has a quite fat neodymium magnet. In size of this small speaker, the voice coil is actually, was it 220mm, so it's 0.8 inches in diameter, the voice coil. Actually this voice coil is smaller than in the tweeter. Now the voice coil is controlled by this very large neodymium magnet. It's not a huge magnet in size, but compared to the size of the voice coil and size of the driver, the magnetic force in this neodymium magnet is amazing. It has a well, I'm not actually sure if this aluminium or iron. Well, the specs does not give aluminium alloy basket, of course, but it is a very pleasant in eye, and it has a very open frame. As you can see here, it only has 3 poles, with 2 poles with the terminals in it. Now it uses spade terminals. I will be not using a spades here. I will be just soldering my wire straight into here. Now with these test speaker chambers here, the enclosures, I'm using these Abigo here, so I can just connect them and listen and test them out. I will be explaining more of these on the video where we are sitting inside the car. This is a very innovative stuff here, and we found out the best enclosure for these drivers in our taste. Now the opening of the frame allows a very nice back pressure to build inside the enclosure. If you have a very thick, let's say 20mm thick baffle here, it will close up so much, it will affect on the sound very much. Now the sorry, I have a small flu here. Now the front grille here attached on the top plate here very nicely. If I move here, it clicks on, and it actually is very nice to be installed with, even with these you can get these with the set a hexagon screws that goes in here, and you get a hexagon driver bit here with a H2.5. I will be showing some pictures on here and later on this video about these speakers, so if you want to see them more close up, you can stay onto the video, onto the last section of the video to watch them out. More of this speaker now. It is a very sensitive, up to like 90 decibels per 1 wattage. Now the back side of here, you're gonna see it has a small hole, a ventilation hole behind here, allow the voice coil to cool down, and also it has a small holings on each here frame. Now with these holes you can actually get a much better sound, because it will not build any air pressure inside here that can affect on resonant frequency or something like that with the driver. So when it has a nice good flow and big linear movement, it will sound much better, less distortion. And without the dust cap in here, it has a V cone registered trademark. V cone, not surround, V cone here, and it actually helps a little bit with the what's the word? When you mean, I mean when the sound comes out from your speakers, if you have a dust cap in there, it will affect on how it comes out from the speaker. With the V cone you can get much more precise sound out from it. Well, now the technical part is quite difficult for me, as I'm not a sound quality hobbyist. I'm just a bass head who wants to build a very good sounding front end. Now keep in mind, I have installed many DSPs, I have set many DSPs correctly, I have listened to very good sounding cars, and I think I know what I'm talking about, but I have not built a very good sound quality car by myself. So this is the first time I'm doing this, and actually while buying these drivers I could not be more happy about them. In these enclosures, this enclosure is 0.75 liters with a dampening material inside. The mid-range kick that comes out of these is just, oh, that sounds so good. Now actually I have normally used a active two-way speakers with a mid and tweeters, but adding these into the system just blows my mind. It gives so much headroom to play with. You can get your tweeters play only the highest frequencies with the it just gives more space on the sound. With these you can get much more depth and much more oomph in your the sound of the singer of the song, and with these you can get them so low that actually you don't really need a bass in your system. So these do the most work, and these are very good drivers to do that. Sorry about that. Now I have these, if you are installing these and you have this quite nice frame, if you put a, let's say this is a 10mm thick, if you use 10mm thick baffle, you cut out most of the space between here. Now I've designed these with a Now I have designed these with a 3D modeling software and printed out with a 3D printer to get the most, the very rigid installing place with the most the best way to have it as open as possible. If you install this here, whoa, so you can see here the it connects with these dots all around here. Now let me just focus here a little bit. It is precise. It connects with these, and it has a small flare here, so even if this is thick, you actually get the most area out from here, so you get the most a very good backside pressure inside your enclosure that you are making. These will be available on Thingiverse I will be put them into the description. You can check them out there and download and print them out yourself. Now this has been printed with a PETG, black PETG with a skirt and brim, 2 layers thick of brim, and I think it was 6 or 7 layers in width. So you can get this nice little edge here for you to fiberglass it in. Now more of these. Now this is a 100 watt speaker. I'm playing these with 35 watts and they sound really good only in 35 watts. We are using amplifier Horizon Prima 8.9 with a 2 35 watts for these, 2 34 watts for tweeters and 4 channels for the mid-range, and it actually sounds very nice. Well, that's about it, most of the part of this speaker. It has a very nice surround. Actually, the surround here is not the usual when you comes from the cone and then it flats out like this way. It comes out and turns inside. I'm not actually really sure what kind it affects on the sound of the speaker, but it looks really nice. It allows you to have a very tight spacing here with a very nice grill, and if you screw this down it will not affect on the surround anyhow because it's installed underneath the surround here, glued underneath there. So it's aesthetically pleasing and works very well. Now that's about it. What do you like about our Hertz ML Legend series? What do you think about these drivers? Do you have a 3-way active crossovers, three-way active speakers? Oh, one more thing. It has a QR code back in here. Let me show you that. If you're not familiar with this, you can get a QR code reader. I have QR Droid here on my cell phone, and when I read it, like so. Focus, thank you, not focusing. Come on, read it. Internet address, it opens Hertz, oh, what is that? Hertz ML700.3, shipping date, serial number, register. If you register these, you can get a 1 year extra warranty. As I have told, somebody has told me, I have not yet registered these, but it is a quite it has a serial number inside it, and it tells you that this is genuine Hertz speaker, not a cheap copy. Well, that's about it. What do you like? Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and leave a comment what do you think about these high-end, high-quality speaker, front-end speakers. Are you more like a bass head like me, or are you a audiophile, or a build your system with a sound quality wise? What do you think of these? Do you have any other brands that have good mid-range speakers? I would be very much to check out all the systems you tell me, or speakers that check these out. I want to learn more about these. This was Hertz ML700.3. We'll see you on the next video. Bye bye!